Guys, do you remember this video? It works. I can't believe it. Look at this. We've got 1.2 amps power coming in from the solar straight into the air conditioner. So I've just turned my old dumb air conditioner into a solar powered air conditioner. Well, I've got a little sneak peek on something I've been working on here. Version 2.0. Check this out. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1400 watts of solar. And that's all feeding into this super sweet device. This is a 4-unit microinverter rated to just shy of 2,000 watts. I just want to say big thanks to Hoymiles for their assistance in making this all possible for you guys. Contrary to how most businesses work, especially on the YouTube front, usually people are knocking down my door trying to get me to show off their products and give them, marketing exposure. Well, I reached out to Hoymiles. It was instigated by me because I'd been doing some research. You guys were a big part in putting me onto them because I had never heard of them, and thanks to your comments and insights, I was able to get connected with them. So initial credit goes out to you guys, so keep the comments coming because I always say the smartest people are in the comments section, and so I love to hear from you. But anyway, I reached out to Hoymiles and explained I wanted to experiment with their microinverter and compare it to the other one I have, and they were very gracious in providing this to me. They did provide it to me free of charge, but there were zero stipulations. In fact, quite the opposite. I was asking them about sales and what I should do to refer my viewers to them for added sales, and they said, oh, don't worry about the sales, just provide education to potential customers about what we have to offer and what we've brought to the market. That's a breath of fresh air. And I think it's a testament to the fact that they're so confident in their product, they are willing to just say, well, educate yourselves, because if you educate yourself, you'll probably find that it's a very cool and good product. I'll leave a link for their website. That's all they said I should put in the video description, is just a link to their basic website. So go check them out. They have ways of getting in contact with them. I'm sure they'd be able to refer you to an installer that deals with microinverters. As far as what I'm steering you towards, I'm just steering you towards their basic website for added education. All right, let's unbox this package from Hoymiles. We've got one of their data transfer units, 2 really nice heavy-duty cables. Wow. All right, next we've got a little baggie of connectors. This looks to be a cap. This looks to be a little tool. We've got another little adapter here, and what appears to kind of be like a 3-way adapter plug. Ooh, this has some serious heft to it. All right, we got a sheet of documentation, and there's the inverter. This looks so cool. Yeah, it's got some heft to it, that's for sure. So look at this. This is so sweet. So on this side, we've got 2 inputs for 2 solar panels. And then on this side, we've got 2 more inputs for 2 more solar panels. And then we've got the main outlet cable for it. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but let's just go through these specs quick. The max input voltage, so I'd assume that's your VOC rating that you cannot exceed, is 65 volts. The range of the MPPT units is 16 to 60 volts. Requires a minimum of 22 volts to start producing power. Your max input current is 14 times 4, because that's per MPPT, I assume. Max short circuit current is 25 times 4. It then outputs 240 volt power at 7.99 amps continuous, 60 hertz. 1,918 volt amps, which is similar to watts, so nearly 2,000 watts continuous output. Peak efficiency 96.5%, and it's rated to operate between minus 40 degrees Celsius up to 65 degrees Celsius. Data transfer unit looks kind of like a little Wi-Fi router, and it comes with obviously a power cord, a power brick, this little module here for connecting some wires. We'll have to see what that might be used for, and then a mounting plate. Continuing from there, this is their little tool. I'll show you how that works. This is a termination kit, so that if you need to fabricate the end of your AC cable so that it can plug into their infrastructure here, you're able to do that. And it comes with a number of different parts. These things are for waterproofing on the end. This is the insert once you've wired it up, and these are the little terminals that connect to the wires. And then this connects to your branch cables, which are what we've got back here. I've got 2 of them, and you can see they have the plugs on the ends. Really heavy duty, nice wire. Anyway, so those can connect on either end of this, and then the inverter connects here. This allows you to connect 2 wires together, and this is the end cap. So let me just build a mock unit here for you to see, so you can kind of see how this stuff goes together. Well, let's start with the inverter here. This is the cable that comes off of that, and we just need this adapter right here. It only plugs in one way, so as you can see, it fits that way. If I turn it around, it won't go in, period. So it's pretty foolproof. So that clips on. So in our case, we just have one inverter. This has 2 ends open. So we're not going to use one of these. Just take the cap, and you can see that just fits right on and clicks on. It's as easy as that. I'm going to take one of the trunk cables here now, like that. Weather tight, waterproof, everything. As easy as plug and play. Now we've connected this branch cable, and they come in different lengths depending on your particular configuration. This cord isn't long enough, so I'll just simply take this adapter right here and plug it in, and then I can easily patch on another cord here, just like that. And now I've got another length of trunk cable. I'm going to use the trusty little tool right here, and look how slick this is. You just stick it in those holes, push on it, it clicks, and this immediately comes apart. Super slick. All right, we have got it all set up. So we've got 400 watts here, 200 watts there, 400 watts right there, and another 400 watts up here. So we're using every input on this Hoymiles inverter now. I don't know if you can see, there we go, but that green light flashing there means that it is officially producing power. We're going to be doing a future video testing the performance of each of the MPPTs, because it has 4 separate MPPT controllers inside this inverter. And that allows me to do what I've done here, mix and match different panels, and you'll maximize the output on all of them, which is really sweet. So we'll be doing some testing in a future video of, shading some of these panels as if, a little piece of shade came over them from a tree, or as the sun moved or whatnot. And we'll see how it reacts and make sure that we continue to get the full power from all the other units and make sure it doesn't drag that down. It shouldn't. And that's one of the benefits of this. You get the benefits of microinverters in that it's basically, panel level control, low voltage DC, or at least lower voltage DC on your roof or wherever you have this, going into microinverter, and then it's just, standard 240 volt AC from there on out. But at the same time, it's very cost effective because you're only purchasing one inverter for every 4 panels, as opposed to one inverter per panel, like some other people out on the market. Based on my initial calculations, and we're going to get into the nitty-gritties in terms of costs, but from what I've calculated so far in terms of just cost for the microinverters themselves, this is basically half the cost of other competitors. I'm losing sunlight here. Just want to show you this. I just temporarily set this up here to get it going, but this is the data transfer unit from Hoymiles. Let me show you how it looks in the app. It gives you live view, almost live view of what's happening. I have noticed there's a small delay in terms of the real-time aspect of this, maybe only about 2 or so minutes. You can see I just barely set it up in the last 24 hours. We've only generated 361 watt hours. It will give you an idea of how much it's produced over the period of a month, and then the lifetime of the system, which I like having just that snapshot all right here. And then down at the bottom, you just have 4 options. It's a very simple, easy to navigate app. So you go here, and this gives you a chart for what has been produced, and as you can see, there's not much data because I barely hooked it up. Going to the next section here shows where and what panels are producing the best. Right now it's kind of blank because I have yet to set that up. I don't have a permanent setup quite yet. I'm working on that. And then here you've got some of your settings, and that's pretty much it. It is a very simple, streamlined app. I quite like it. I think they've done a fantastic job just giving you the information that you need without overcomplicating it. Leave questions down below, what you want to see tested, what you want to know about this, because the next video we've got a deep dive scheduled for testing its efficiency and how well it deals with shade and panel issues, etc. So you won't want to miss that. And then you also won't want to miss the 3rd video because we're going to do something that my channel is known for. And if you recall, put a little snippet here on the screen. I connected a microinverter and solar panels to my main central air conditioning unit and offset some of the power from that. Well, that inverter only produced about 200 watts of power, and this bad boy here is going to be just shy of 2,000. Be excited for that because we're going to do the same trick with this inverter and offset even more power. So you won't want to miss any of these videos coming up. Don't forget to give us the like and subscribe so you don't miss it, and leave comments down below so I know what you guys are interested in, and that way I can integrate it in future videos as well.